Hello guys, and welcome to my first tactics formation. I don't know if I'll be making another one, but I hope I'll try to cover as much as possible in this video, because a lot of you guys been requesting for formation and tactics and some sort of advice and help. But I'll try my best, so bear with me and hope you like this video. So first I'll start with formations. I personally made it to Division 1 by gambling, basically. A lot of people play online with 4-5-1 and use the typical all defense and counter attack on the D-pad. That doesn't, that doesn't do it for me. I like to I'm very passionate about football, and I'm very passionate about formations, tactics, and the way the team plays, and the way I like the 1-2 passing, and that's what I like that in real life. So that's what I like to put, bring that into my FIFA or my football game or whatnot. So, like I said, I like to gamble, so I play 4-4-2. And as you can see here, it's just plain and simple back four and just flat midfield. But then you come to the wingers and the attack. Now I've got two, as you can see, instead of having right midfield or left midfield, I've got right attacking mid and I've got left attacking mid. And now why, you might ask, is because I like for these wingers not to go wide too much. I like for them to go wide, but also like I play them as right attacking mid and left attacking mid, because I like for them to go through the defense, through the middle of the park as well. And sometimes they'll just come a little bit in the middle, sometimes not too much, but therefore that's why I put him right attacking mid instead of centre attacking mid, and it sort of creates this space for the attackers as well, for the two strikers, And you might also ask why I've got centre striker on the right and dropped him a bit behind the left striker. To be honest, there's nothing much into that, other than that it just worked for me, I guess. Probably because Van Persie likes to drop a lot, and I'll show you in a minute the actually defensive and attacking rates of all the players on the pitch, and also the arrows on where they point. If you just bear with me 1 minute. So we've got, yep. Now we've got, let's start with the arrows. Obviously, as the fullbacks, you want them to go up and down, so you got both arrows going both way. And for the centre backs, as you can see, I got one pointed to the left, one pointed to the attack, pointed to the left, and the and right. For both centre backs, and the defence is pointing to the back, towards my own goal, because when we attack, I want my centre backs to get close together. As I don't know if you can notice on the positioning, they're not that wide, but I sort of put them wider than when the actual formation, FIFA formation, puts them by default. So and the two midfielders, I obviously put the arrow up and down for attack and defense. The usual up and down, because I would like for the it's just typical flat midfield, basically. When one goes up, one stays. But I'd like, in this case, I usually like the more defensive one to stay. Hence why I put the one on the left center midfield as a higher the defensive work rate than the other. And then you've got all the other four, which are the two wingers and the two strikers, as just arrows pointing forward. So I don't want them to do anywhere. I don't want them to come any back at all. I just want them to stay up, because there's no point. I don't do counter attack. I just do quick pass. How do I say this? 1-2 passing, and I basically do the counter attacking with the LB button, which is like pass and make the move quick, and just pass, make the move quick. So I don't do any counter attack at all, to be honest. And that's how I like to open up my opponent's defense. And then that's pretty much it, guys. And I'll show you as well one more thing. 1 minute. One more important thing as well, guys, is once you make your main formation, always make two other formations. The other one is, if for example I play with this formation until I go up to 3-1 up. If I'm 2-1 up, 2-0, even 2-0, 3-0, then I'll change it to this, which is more balanced out, where the two centre midfielders become two defensive midfielders, and the two left attacking mids become wide. Because as you can imagine, I put them wider, and they're not left attacking mid or right attacking mid. They're now right midfield and left midfield, and that is because when the opponent is losing 3-0 down, when he's 3-0 down, he was obviously going to counter attack or set everyone to all attack or ultra attack. I mean, sorry. And therefore, I put like I said, two centre midfielders, two defensive midfield, and the two guys a bit wider, and as wingers now, proper wingers. And the strikers is just normal flat strikers. That's when it's 3-0 down. But I would only do that if I'm 3-0 up before 70th minute in the second half. As soon as it hits the 70th minute and I'm 3-0 up or 4-1 up, then I'll change the whole formation to this. I know it looks crazy, but just to be safe, because you know the game likes to be stupid sometimes. You're winning 3-0, and out of nowhere the guy comes back to make it 3-3, and sometimes even win the game. And you think, what the fuck just happened? And you think to yourself, you know, you feel like you just got nicked, basically, like you just got robbed. You feel like throwing the flipping control onto the TV or something. So, you know, I actually been through that in FIFA 10, FIFA 11, but I've learned from my mistakes, and these are the things that actually help me out. And you know, all of you guys are asking me like, oh, you're quite good, and how did you make it with Arsenal and stuff like that? You must be really good. But I don't think I'm really good. I think I'm average, as in like, well, I guess I'm good in a way, but it's all because of this, guys, because of the formations and the tactics. And like I said, I'm passionate about them. And yeah, so when I change it to this, as you can see now, I'll actually choose it. What I do is I put on two centre backs. That's right. I put on two centre backs on right defensive mid and left defensive mid, and put one actual defensive midfield, which is usually Wilshere, which I put there, and put Van Persie there, you know, and put right wing forward and a left wing forward out there. Because what the other guy's doing obviously is throwing everyone forward, and what I'm doing is I'm sort of making it hard for him to sort of, you know, come through, break through my defense. And then once he loses, or once I intercept the ball, I just simply pass it out to Van Persie. And obviously because his fullbacks are so far forward, my two wing forwards are sort of like free. And when Van Persie gets the ball, the two centre backs sort of get confused. Do they go to Van Persie, or do they mark the two wing forwards? So, and that's how I just basically kill him off, and usually ends up to the guy rage quitting. And that's as simple as that. That's my simple formation. That's what I usually use for Arsenal. And that was it, guys. So let me just move on to quick tactics now. Okay, let me first choose my actually no. Yeah, let me choose my favorite one actually, which is this one. Okay, see how the speed is quite fast. Now this is, you'd probably think this is, it is counter attack in a way, so I don't use the D-pad counter attack. That's why I say it that fast. But if you are playing with a also guys, before I start with my tactics, let me just go through the whole thing actually with you guys. Right, let's start from here. Defender's line, you want it to be covering if you are playing with a team that's playing open play. For example, if you have a guy that's playing, like the majority do online, like he's playing with Real Madrid, and he's basically putting everyone ultra defense, and he's just depending on Cristiano Ronaldo and his crew like Ozil or whatnot, then you don't want to play it with cover. You want to play it with offside trap, because obviously he's using counter attack, and he's going to try to ding ball, behind his defense. Like, a lot of guys do that. obviously online, as you've experienced. So you want to play with Offside Trap. And also, if you're playing with Offside Trap, you need to put pressure like really high, like around 80. And aggression not so much, because that'll tire your players out, depending on how good your players' stamina and work ethic is in general. And team width, I would say, depends on how your formation is. If you play wingers, it shouldn't be that wide. To be honest, it should be around 50%, because your players you got two wingers anyway. So if you put your players really wide, and if you lose the ball in the middle of the park is really open, and they just easily just split defense open, and you're fucked basically. So just leave it to the middle. But if you're playing with like a diamond formation, or three midfielders, or 4-5-1, I'll put it quite wide. I'll put it up to probably 75 to 80. But now let's move on to organization. Organization is it's the freedom of the team on the final third of the pitch. Now I would actually put that as free transform, because if you are at the end of the pitch, that's probably because if the whole team's on the end third of the pitch, that's probably because you're playing with a guy that's putting everyone, ultra defense or whatnot, and you sort of need to open up his defense. So you need players moving all over the show, because he's obviously forced to play with that new system of the FIFA, the new defensive system. So I think that sort of helps with the free from. But I usually use it as organized, because this is like my new tactic formation. So let's not look at how I've used it. This is my new one. My old Arsenal one, I had another one, but I sort of forgot. Let's not move into that. Let's just stay on this anyway. So the shooting, you want it to be on 80, no matter what team you play with, no matter what their string is, because you obviously want to shoot a lot, and you don't want displays. There's a little gap in the middle of the opposition's defense. You don't want players just standing around like dickheads. You want him to make that run so that you can blast that ball in the back of the net. Crossing depends on how you play. You play that wants to play through the middle of the park. If you're a player who likes to use wingers a lot, so you should put it up to 80 again. But like me, like I said, I like to play through the middle of the park and open up defense. Look for defensive errors from the opposition. So I don't use crossing a lot, so I put it up to 60 anyway. And passing, I always leave it up to 49-50%. Just in the middle, no matter what. So this is my advice. You should always be like that, unless you're a player who just hoofs it forward and hopes for the best. And this is for chance creation, by the way, and this is for your passing in general. So like I said, I like to keep it short. I like for players to come short to the ball, and make the run with the LB button. The speed, obviously, like I said, I like to play quick football with using the LB button. It's pretty much like counter attack, as you can see there in the demo of the screen. It shows you right there. So yeah, guys, this is very important. It's all about your tactics. You don't forget to save it and remember what number it is. And if it's like custom free, just always remember to use that one before you start the head-to-head match. You need to select that and use it as one of the D-pad options. And as soon as the match starts, don't forget to select it, because trust me, it will work. It will work like wonders for you. I'll show you in my episode 2, I think, how some player was playing against me, and he kept using like aggression and pressure a lot in the first half. Don't get me wrong, it worked for him. He went up 3-0 up against me, but I ended up beating him 5-4. From 3-0 down to 5-4. Why? Because his players were knackered, and he was fucked basically. All I kept doing is just pass the ball around him. My players' stamina were okay, and everything from my end was balanced out. So it was quite a good game. You probably see it in episode 2, and I'll probably highlight it then, because I've still not created it. So that was pretty much it.